Hey guys, welcome back to another great game of CEDH. I'm super excited. MC Chicago is here, and I can't wait. Also, if you are interested, I have some super sweet guild crew necks available, and I'll also have them in Chicago in case you need an extra layer to survive the Windy City. Starting us off today is Hidden on Ketramose, or soft card draw. I know, that doesn't sound right either, but man can this deck draw cards, while also getting to hit out graveyards and play a whole heap of removal spells. Next up is Nybar on Hashaton. The Esper Wizard Zombie is the new hotness, letting you hitting creatures for both cheap to get around counterspells and letting you pull off interesting combos at times people would never expect. In the third spot is Tally from the Unstable Commanders on Loot the Pathfinder. Teamer Flicker combos, aiming to use Loot's powerful exhaust abilities multiple times for a ton of advantage and to combo off with cards like Displacer Kitten and Deadeye Navigator. And bringing up the rear is Dan from the CEDH network on Redshift. This is a Gruul combo deck similar to Zavala. And if you want to know more, Dan actually made a super sweet deck that I'll have linked below. Alright, block there, kill that. Oh, that is trample. Guess I'm just dead on board. Hidden starts off the game with a mana confluence and takes one as he casts an Esper Sentinel. Nybar also has a mana confluence, but passes it there. Towley has a Spire Garden as land for turn, and then plays out a Mox Diamond. He pays the 1 and then discards the Steam Vents from the Mox, ending his turn with a Wild Growth. Dan plays and cracks a Scalding Tarn to grab out a Taiga, shortcutting as he then exiles a Simian for a red and taps out for his commander Redshift. Hidden plays out a Windswept Heath, cracking the fetch for a Scrub Land, and tapping 2 for a Lotho, with Hidden then ending his turn poking Nybar for 1. With Nybar at end step, Enlightened Tutoring. Hidden does draw off the Esper, with Nybar getting himself a Soul Ring to put on top. Nybar untaps, draws, and chalks in a Hollowed Fountain as land for turn, tapping it to cast the Tutored Soul Ring. Hidden will then draw off the Esper, with Nybar following it up with a Rhystic Study, with Hidden getting a treasure off the Lotho. Tally plays out a Taiga.
Dang, dude, 4th seat turbo. Why do I always find myself here?
I mean, at least you're not playing like max speed.
Oh, dude, I wish.
The thing is, I can't take care of the Rhystic right now.
Sure.
Yeah,
Is it
smart.
worth it?
You got
Yes.
counterspells for the other two?
No, Yeah. A Hashaton with card advantage, yeah, that's probably not good.
I'm not playing like Turbo Hashaton. It's definitely like mid-range control.
It'd be a Rhystic Study.
It'd be a risk
do.
study. If you want to get rid of it, you can get rid of it. That's fine.
There
That's
you
great.
go.
I'm gonna hang on to it. I'll pass the turn. I got
There
nothing.
you go, Nybar. That's the way to do it.
Dan plays out his own mana confluence and casts his own Soul Ring. Nybar and Hidden both draw, with Dan then following it up with a Goblin Engineer. He can pay for the Rhystic, with Hidden losing a life to make another treasure off Lotho, with Dan binning a Staff of Domination. Hidden untaps and has a Conundrum. How many cards do I want to draw Nybar?
I don't know.
Probably not a lot.
I'm still only on 3.
I could draw him a lot of cards.
Unless you're trying to pressure Tally to use their removal to actually deal with the Rhystic, and then maybe that begets a conversation before you full send. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe I just try and full send.
All right, respect.
Hey, it's CDH, man. You just have to play to win.
Yeah, you
That's
got to
true.
do what you got to do.
Yeah.
I'm kind of scared about what Hidden's going to be doing now.
Yes, I am too.
Oh god, I don't like that laugh either.
Like maybe I'll draw a counterspell, hopefully.
Hidden has a City of Traders as land for turn and Imperial Seals. Nybar draws, with Tally responding by paying 2 life to Mental Misstep the Tutor, paying for both Esper and Rhystic, with Hidden then following it up with a Dark Ritual. Nybar draws, and Hidden makes another treasure.
The Imp Seal was a bait. Oh my
Yep.
god.
Might have been.
I'm good. You know what? Hold on. We're in danger.
Yep, I'm gonna pass on the Dark Ritual.
With it and then putting an head nose on the stack. Nybar draws, and surprisingly, the head nose resolves, as Hidden starts revealing cards and losing life. With it and then casting a Mox Amber into a Mox Diamond, discarding a Gemstone Caverns. Nybar draws off both, with Hidden continuing the send with a Rain of Filth. He then sacrifices his 3 lands for 3 black, and spends one of it on a Culling the Weak on his Esper Sentinel, going up to 6 black mana. I will spend 2 of it. I think I'll spend 2 of it. I'll spend 3, I guess.
Paying for Ristic.
Yeah, I'll pay for Ristic.
Okay. Seems good.
Uh-oh.
That's what's gonna cost him.
It might be.
So you're at 3 floating black right now?
3 floating black, yep.
I mean, TBH, if we don't lose here, I don't know how we're going to crunch out from Nybar's maximalist hand size.
You're not wrong.
We'll see.
True.
We'll see. Thassa,
Yeah.
demonic.
I mean, the fact that he hasn't spent 1 counterspell to try to stop Hidden, it's almost a good sign.
Or a horrible sign. Because it only...
It's saving it for us.
I mean, listen, I have mad respect for Nybar. So, like, I'm just saying, like, homie probably has the nuts and is just like, oh, I only need to counter 1 thing. And I'll
That
just
is true.
protect my thing with, like, 7.
That is true.
See?
Oh,
That's what
that
I'm
was
saying.
my mistake. I did fuck it up.
No!
Oh,
Oh,
paying for that Ristic study.
No, it wasn't the Ristic
Oh.
study. It was Culling the Weak.
Mm.
I needed to
Oh,
to cast
yep.
Abdel and then Culling
Yep.
the Weak
Oh,
Yep.
dude,
Yep.
there was your out. Oh, that stinks.
yeah.
So let me see if there's any other way. But Hidden knows he's dead if he doesn't win, as he casts a Bolas's Citadel. Nybar will draw again, as Hidden then looks at the top, and unfortunately sees a land, as he then cashes the last of his mana to Enlightened Tutor. Nybar will draw, as Hidden puts an Aetherflux Reservoir on top, spending 4 life to cast the artifact. Nybar draws, and Hidden hopes he can cast whatever's on top. But unfortunately, that's not it, as Hidden has to pass the turn, discarding down to 7.
So we're no longer in danger.
Could I get a hand size real quick, just for fun? Just
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 cards in hand.
I have like a feeling like you started Hidden's turn with like 3.
Exactly. I'd started with 3.
Yeah.
He gave me 11 cards.
And I would have had it if I didn't. I mean, I don't know. You probably had like a
I would have
Forcible or
had
something.
it too if I didn't pay for your Ristic study.
I know that one Ristic killed me. I should have just been greedy.
I called it. I called it.
Yeah.
Nybar has a Flooded Strand as land and casts a Mox Diamond. He discards an Edekar Waste, and then for his second spell, casts a Chrome Mox, with Hidden dropping to 1 off his Lotho. Nybar will then imprint an Archivist of Ogma and proceed to crack his fetch for an Underground Sea. He then casts his commander Hashaton and follows it up with a Collector's Vault, passing his turn there as Tally at end step channels a Beseiju to blow up Nybar's Ristic. Nybar will find a Tundra and then heads to discard, discarding a Tivit due to hand size. This will trigger Hashaton, with Nybar paying 3 mana to make a 4/4 copy, with Nybar giving himself 2 treasures and the rest of the table giving him clues. Tally then untaps and draws. Unfortunately, he misses his 5th land as he ends his turn with the Felwar Stone. Dan plays out a Heshep Oasis as land for turn, and then activates the land to grow his commander to a 5/6. He then can tap his commander for 5 red mana, and uses 1 of it on his Goblin Engineer, to sack his Soul Ring to swap it for his Staff of Domination. Hidden passes priority, with Nybar firing off a Tainted Pact in response. The table then lets it resolve as Nybar goes digging, and digging, and digging, exiling some pretty spicy cards, as Nybar is looking for a removal spell to stop the combo. Finally stopping at a Swords to Plowshares, cracking his last treasure to cast the swords targeting Redshift. This will then put a Lotho trigger on the stack, but responding to that, Hayden casts a Scout's Warning. He'll gain a life off the Aetherflux and draws a card off the warning, as he then loses said life to gain a treasure off Lotho. The swords will then resolve, exiling Redshift and gaining Dan a bit of life. The staff then gets swapped, with Dan just using the last of his floating red to tap the staff to untap his engineer, and then untap his staff. With Hidden at end step, using his treasure to cast his own swords, targeting Hashaton. He'll gain 2 off the Aetherflux and triggers Lotho to make another treasure. And, still not done, Hidden will then pay 1 life to cast a Path to Exile off the top of his library from the Bolas' Citadel, this time gaining him 3 life off his Aetherflux and exiling Dan's Goblin. Hidden then untaps and plays out a snow-covered swamp. He'll then pay 2 life to cast a defense grid off the top, with him then being able to crack his Wishclaw for a Sensei's Divining Top, so we can loop top to gain infinite life and shoot the table down with the Aetherflux Reservoir. Game review. Man, I can't believe I was able to pull that off, but I definitely got lucky on at least 2 different accesses. First was me fizzling was actually the best thing that could have happened, as Tally would have blown me out with that Boseiju. And I also got lucky that Naivar forgot about the swords, as it was the first card revealed off the Adnaz, letting him use his Tainted Pact for removal rather than finding something to deal with me on my turn. But I also want to thank everyone that joined for the game, and before everyone leaves, I want to thank our special Patreon members, Slyfox and Holy Septic, for the support of the channel, along with all of our other Patreon supporters as well. And remember, never give up, even if you're dead on board. I'll see you guys later.